The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Check, 55 to Mike.
Stay with your man.
Heavy. Check 99.
On the toss, Mixon.
Run!
And all the way down to the 37. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 37-yard line. He was able to set the edge on the left side, and the O-line able to set the edge well, too, on that side. They did a good job blocking out in front.
And you and I both know there's only a set amount of blockers that can be out in front. But didn't it feel like there was double on that play to open up the path?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We got man. Go. Mike 55, Mike 55. It's been a long day for you.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From midfield here, Dalton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Check, 43. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike's 43.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Finding Green complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well, because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Watch out.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon, down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rosen.
Check 26.
Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
43. Watch the run, watch the run.
To try again after the sack. Dalton. He's got Green. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Raise up.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And the Dolphins have got it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains, rain's out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3, check 3. Alert, alert, alert.
Hey, quarter. No, check that. Check that. 52 right here. Mike, 52.
Hey, get off the field.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw here, Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the catch good. It's Eifert. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Switch. Switch.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Safe, safe, safe.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, quarter.
On first down, they stick with Bush. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
50. That's Mike. Hug. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
And the Dolphins' first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
From the gun, it's Rosen.
Kill.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
To 3rd down and 1.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. It's complete to Grant. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Let's get it. Check, 59. Whoa! Mike's 59.
Here's Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43. Watch the backer. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. 1, 2, 3.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to punch it across with Bush. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Bengals
Come on, baby. Let's go.
at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. Flushed out right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Just like that. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 43's the mic.
Y'all not ready. Topper.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
He wasn't ready.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Coming to you. Coming to you. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Heavy.
Kill.
Here you go. 368.
So Dalton now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Play action here with Rosen. Steps away to his left. Man open, it's Moss complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run. Alert. I'm going to run you over.
Rosen will throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Bush on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rosen now off the bootleg. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rosen. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And Dalton to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 17 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Check. 55 to Mike.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation? As a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he finds Stills complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bush. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On first down, Bush. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check 31.
They'll go again with Bush. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people,